planetary winds, which are of three types: the easterlies, westerlies, and polar winds. Now look here, winds which blow from 25° to 35° parallels. Winds blowing from 25° to 35° parallels. Which are these winds? If you have guessed it, come on, tell me which are these winds which are blowing from 25° to 35° parallels. These winds are called westerlies. Now here, let's study about the winds which are blowing towards the equator, near the equatorial low pressure belt. Which are the winds which are blowing near the equatorial low pressure belt? Easterlies. Due to the rotation, the original direction changes, and I told you, now see here near the low pressure belt, equatorial low pressure belt, the original direction of easterlies is actually the orange arrow, but because of the rotation of the earth, what has happened? The change in direction of the winds. So you can see the easterlies are the winds which are blowing towards the near, close by to the equatorial low pressure belt. In the northern hemisphere, here above the equator is the northern hemisphere. So in the northern hemisphere, winds blow from northeast to southwest. How the winds are blowing? North, this is north, this is east. From northeast to southwest. So winds are blowing from northeast to southwest in the northern hemisphere. Okay, in the northern hemisphere. And what happens in the southern hemisphere? In the southern hemisphere, winds will blow from southeast. In the southern hemisphere, winds will blow from southeast to northwest. So this way the winds will blow. Southeast to northwest. This way the winds will blow in the southern hemisphere. Now the next planetary wind is your westerlies. As I told you, when the winds are blowing from the west, they are known as westerlies. These winds blow in both the hemispheres, even the easterlies. So your explanation is already done, the original direction and the change direction of the winds because of the rotation of the earth. Now where these westerlies are blowing? These westerlies winds blow in the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt. Mid-latitudinal high pressure belt to subpolar low pressure belt. See, this is the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt and this is the subpolar low pressure belt. So where are the westerlies blowing? From this mid-latitudinal high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt. Which are these winds? Westerlies. Okay, and how is the direction of this winds? In the northern hemisphere, means this is 0°. So this is equator. So this is the northern hemisphere. So in the northern hemisphere, the westerlies, it will blow from south. This is south west. From south west to north east. So how they are blowing? From southwest to north east. Okay, and in the southern hemisphere, how the winds are blowing? From northwest to southeast. This way. Okay, northwest to southeast. Which are these winds? Westerlies. Now the third planetary wind I'm talking about are the polar winds. The polar winds, when the winds blow, where are these polar winds blowing? They are blowing from the polar high pressure belt. You know, near the North Pole and the South Pole, high pressure belts are there. So from high pressure belt towards the subpolar low pressure belt. From the high pressure towards the low pressure. Okay, so winds blowing from polar high pressure belts towards the subpolar low pressure belts are called polar winds. So what we study, the three winds, the direction of the winds in the northern and the southern hemisphere. Which are the three planetary winds? Easterlies, westerlies, and polar winds. Now, let us study about the local winds. The local winds. Now, what are local winds? The winds that blow for a short period of time. That means they will not blow throughout the year. Throughout the year, continuously, they will not blow like the planetary winds. Local winds only blow for a short period of time. And one more thing, they will not blow everywhere. No, they will originate in a specific region and blow over a limited area. That's why they are known as local winds. Okay, so what are the specialities or characteristic of a local winds? These winds, they blow for a short period of time in a specific region and for limited area. They will cover only limited area, and that's why they are known as local winds. What happens because of these local winds? These local winds will affect the climate of the region. The climate will be affected of that region. So if whenever the winds are blowing, suppose hot winds are blowing, then the climate will be what? Hot. Okay, and the temperature will rise. If these local winds are cooler, what will happen to the climate there? The temperature will low down. Okay, this is how the local winds, they affect the climate of the region. Now these winds are known by different local names. Different local names are given in different regions, and that's why they are known as local winds. So we need to study the local names also. What names are given to these local winds in different regions? Now you can see in this picture. Can you see this picture? This picture is about a mountain. This is a mountain. This is also a mountain. Between the two mountains here, between the two mountains is the valley. Okay. So what we have to study? We have to study the valley breeze. Breeze means the air which is blowing, the wind which is blowing over there. So we have to study today the valley breeze and the mountain breeze. So let us study about the valley breeze first. Now what happens? Valley breeze, the breeze which are there in the valley. See, this is the mountain top. That means the rays of the sun are directly coming here. Okay, first it will reach the mountain tops, then only it will come down. Okay, so what is happening here? Valleys are cooler as compared to the mountain tops. These are the mountain tops. So in comparison to the mountain tops, the valley here, the breeze in the valley will be cooler. So what will happen? Cooler air means what? The temperature will be low. And when the temperature is low in the valleys, what will happen? Which pressure will be created? Which pressure? High pressure, correct. So air pressure is high in the valleys. Why air pressure is high in the valleys? Because the temperature is low over there. Okay, then what will happen? Temperature is low, air pressure is high. And as I told you, that the winds will always move from the high pressure towards the low pressure area. So how the winds will blow now? Temperature is low, air pressure is high in the valleys because of the cool breeze. So you can see the direction here, the arrows which are there, yellow arrows, correct. This is the direction of the winds. The winds will blow from high pressure area which is created in the valleys. The winds will blow from the high pressure area towards the low pressure area. Where is the low pressure area? Near the mountain tops. So hot and light air from the mountain. Now this you understood. Now what happens to the air over here, which is at the top of the mountain? The air will get heated. It will become lighter. And when the air becomes lighter from the mountain, what will happen? It will come down. Lighter air. Again, it will come down. It will descend down. And cool air from the valley will move towards the mountain. So this is a circle. Okay, cool air will come up, the hot air will descend down, again the cool air will come up near the mountain tops. So this is a circular motion. It is in circle. So valley breeze are set after sun rises. So when the sun rises, which breeze are set? Valley breeze. Now you understood what is a valley breeze. And the totally opposite is the mountain breeze. Look here in this picture. As I told you, these are the mountain tops and this is the valley. What happens in the night time? Night time, what will happen to the mountains? The mountain top will cool down quickly as compared to the valley. So at night time, mountain will cool down quickly at night. Then what will happen? This is cooler and the valley zone here will be very hotter. Okay. So air pressure, what happens to the air pressure here? Because the mountain tops are cooler, the temperature is low, air pressure will be high. Correct. Okay. So air pressure is high at night. Where it is high? At night at the mountain tops. So when the air pressure is high, how the winds will blow? From the high pressure area towards the low pressure area. You can see the arrows over here. So winds will blow from high pressure towards the low pressure. That means the winds will blow from the mountain tops towards the valley zone at night. Okay. So the hot and light air from the valley now will be pushed up and the cool air rushes down. And again, there will be a circular movement of wind. And that's why mountain winds are set after sunset. Remember all these points related to the mountain winds and the mountain breeze and the valley breeze. Valley breeze will set after sunrise, but mountain wind will set after sunset. Now, you can see the picture of a land over here and water over here. What is the difference between land and water? Because you should know the land breeze and the sea breeze. That's why you should know the difference between land and sea. Now look here, the land, the density. The land is made up of dense matter, and that's why the density of land is more. Okay, what will happen to the water? The density of water is less as compared to the land. So understood, the density of land is more, the density of water is less as compared to the land. Now land is stable. Land is not moving. It is stable at one place. Okay, land is stable and opaque. But what happened to water? Water is transparent. That means you can see, na? We can see through water. So water is transparent and unstable. Why unstable? Because it keeps moving. Water keeps moving. So this is the second difference. Land is stable. That means it doesn't move. And opaque. That means you cannot see anything. It is not see-through. But water is transparent and unstable. This is the difference. Now see the next difference. Heat is transferred at a greater speed and in high proportion on the land. Heat is transferred at a greater speed and in high proportion. And so land gets heated quickly as compared to water. And water does not get heated quickly because the transfer of heat is not at a greater speed. So what you studied, the difference you know now between the land and water. So air pressure in land and water areas is different. From this we can understand that the air pressure which is there on land and in water will be different.